Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos guys. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. In today's video guys, we'll show you how to remove and replace front disc rotors on Ford Fiesta MK7, including the ST. This one should cover generation 2008 to 2017, and we'll be demonstrating on a 2015 Fiesta ST. We have more than 200 videos, so if you need anything, subscribe and let us know, and we'll try to make a video. So let's start on it now. So we'll be working on the front left side, and what we'll do, we'll actually install the tire chokes on the rear right. I usually do diagonal. Okay, and we'll jack the car up. You need to make sure that you get the lug bolts loose before you jack it up, but don't get them off, just break them loose. Always use a jack stand. Because if the jack fails, what happens, just one little seal fails and everything will fall on you, so you definitely have to use a jack stand. Next we're going to remove the lug nuts, 19mm socket there, and when we remove them we're going to actually put the tire under the vehicle facing up so we can cut the wheel. So in case something happens, the jack fails, the jack stand fails as well, we're going to have an alternative to catch the car so it doesn't drop all the way down on us. So once we remove the wheel off, okay, we're going to turn the steering wheel towards the left so we can access the bolts here now. We're going to need a 13mm socket for this bolt here, and the one over there. On the inside it's with 17mm wrench. So we need to hold the inside, otherwise it's going to turn. Okay, just like that, we get them loose. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll go ahead and remove the bolts. They have blue thread locker on them, so we need to install some later. We need to apply some thread locker to the bolts, because that's very important so they don't get loose from vibrations. Okay, perfect. This one as well. Okay, now a few things to do. So we'll get a bungee cord, or you can get a heavy duty zip tie. We're going to remove the brake caliper now. Okay, just slide it out, and it's important to never ever have it hanging only on the brake line, because if you do, you're going to damage the brake line. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, this one will hold it there so you don't have any pressure on the brake line, otherwise you might damage it. Next we need to pull the brake pads out. Okay, and you can see we have a previous video where we removed our brake pads to inspect them, how to clean the glides and everything here, how to grease brake pads. We have it on the channel, check it out. And now in order to remove the rotor, you need to remove that bracket here that holds the caliper. So now on the back with 15mm socket, we have two bolts that hold the brackets toward the hub, and those usually will be pretty tight. Okay, second one loose. So we'll go ahead and remove the bolts now all the way. Okay, right there. One more. Perfect, you can see the bracket is out of the way now. Now the rotor, sometimes you have to spray WD-40 right here, penetrating oil. Ours is pretty good because we live in a climate that we don't have so much rust. And now you just slide it out. Okay, you grab it with your hands and you slide it out. Okay, and you can check the minimum thickness right here, 21. So we'll get a caliper too and check ours to see what it is, to demonstrate how to measure it. So if it's less than 21, you have to replace it. And every time you install new parts, remember you have to actually resurface the old one, which means that they get a top layer off of it, so they make it smooth. Okay, 22.7, and the minimum is 21, so we're still safe there. So you get your new roller or replacement roller, whatever you're doing. Ours, we're just taking it apart to show you how to do it. Install it there. Now we need to install the bracket that we took off, and you need to get the bolts tight. Different models will have different torque specs, that's why we don't share them with you, but even though those don't have thread locker, on ours we're going to apply some because we don't want them to get loose. So we'll just apply a little bit. Install those and get them tight. Install both of them before you get one of them tight, because if you need to move the bracket up or down to adjust it so you can get the second bolt started, you will not be able to. Okay, perfect, we are getting this one tight now. All we have to do is get them tight all the way. You have to, guys, stay until the end, because there is one thing that you have to do, otherwise you might crash your car, because your brakes will not work the first few times you pump the brake pedal. Okay, this one's ready too. So we're using a brake caliper compressor tool now, and you have left and right hand side. So this is for the left hand side. So what we are going to do now, okay, you need to find an end, okay, that fits right here. You can see one of the attachments, okay, will fit in the brake caliper piston. Then you need to tighten it until that plate contacts the caliper, and then you turn it. Okay, and when you turn it, you're going to compress the piston. This is because when you install a new brake roller with new pads, you will need to compress the piston in. Okay, that way you can, because the new roller and pads will be thicker. You have to always make sure that you don't have any dust under the seal, so you don't damage your seal. Okay, and that's perfect right here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and remove this one now. We need to install our brake pads. You have inner and outer part. Okay, this is the inner one. You always have to clean your glides, use brake grease there. We already did that in previous video. Okay, and we're applying the outer one. Okay, next step will be to install the caliper. So we need to disconnect it from the hooks there. Okay, and install 2 bolts. On those, you have to put some thread locker, just where it used to have some there. Okay, perfect. And we need to get those tight. Again, we're not sharing torque specs because your model might be different, and you need to check your service manual for that. Now with the 17mm we are going to hold the nut, and with 13mm we'll get them tied on the back. Always check them by hand, it's a little impact, it's not very powerful, so we'll always go a little bit by hand to make sure everything's tied like it should. Okay, and now the important thing, guys, is to go inside the vehicle. That's the step that you should never ever miss, and you need to start pumping the brake pedal 10 to 20 times at least, and you see how it's going to compress the piston. Okay, perfect. So when you hit the brake pedal, you shouldn't be able to move, okay, the roller at all. Okay, I still move it, so we need to press it more. Okay, and now I can't. So perfect. You can see that's because if you compress it too much, the piston will not contact the brake pads and you will not have brakes the first few times you pump the brake pedal. So pump it at least 20 times if you ask me. So that's how you remove and replace the rotor on Ford Fiesta MK7. Thank you guys for watching, please subscribe and many more videos to come. So guys, hopefully the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Now check out our YouTube channels, guys. We have more than 19,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.